Hello, people. How are you? I hope you're well. Welcome to the Mariposa Hub. Mariposa is Spanish for butterfly. This is where we are all about intentional and transformative living, the way the butterfly does. Uh, in today's episode, we want to talk about careers, and I will start with myself on how to be an advocate. My name is Naghea Daido. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Um, these are my photos when I got admitted to the bar. Yes, this is another one, and there's another one here. I love this one. I love the way he captured the gown, how it was flying. Yes, yes. I hope you can see it. The camera guy did very well. And now this one was the whole team. We took a photo with the Honorable Maraga, retired, and it was on 31st January 2017. Wow, that was it was a good day. It was a good day. I'll be turning 5 years next week on 31st. Yes, so it was quite exciting to get there. It's the culmination of the journey of being an advocate. Um, yes, it was a long journey before I got there. So I'll just be giving a brief on how the journey was and what you need to do to get there and now to go about it. So first of all, you begin with the dream most of the time, or the desire, mostly at your primary level in your younger years, or sometimes it can evolve. It can come, the desire to be an advocate can come later in life, or you can find yourself in the career because of placement in the high school level. When you're going to university, maybe it was not your first choice, so you just find yourself that you get the opportunity to, you're called by the admissions uh, institution in Kenya. It used to be JAB, Joint Admission Board, but now it is KUCCPS, Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placing Service. Yes, so that's the current body. It took over from JAB. So you can the way you can find yourself in law can be either you wanted it or you are called for it, but at the end of the day you try to find yourself in all that mix so that you create a life out of it. Yes, so so in this the primary part, then now you need to pass to go to high school. That's the Kenyan system. um, that was mostly in the 844 system. I was in the 844 system. Now they're changing the curriculum. Yes, so then in high school, you need to pass. You get a B plane in English and Swahili. Your languages are very key in things that I was taking my notes to just confirm the grade as per the statute, the act of parliament that guides the admission to the university, no, to the university and to the Kenya School of Law. Yes, so you're supposed to get a B plane in English and Swahili, as I've mentioned, and then your overall mean grade needs to be a C plus for you to be qualified to take the degree, the undergraduate in law. Yes, and then so that's the high school bit to the university. So that's the first part. So you need to work hard. If you're a student, you're about to finish, or you're a parent, you are seeing some potential in your child, that they can be an advocate, they can be a lawyer, or they want to represent people, they want to voice out the needs of the friends, or such kind of, you see, they are vocal, or they want to just help people in different capacities. um, then you're just noticing those tendencies. Now you want to see how to guide your child. So when you're assisting them now in their education studies, then you can watch, you can encourage them to work hard, so that they're able to get that overall main grade, and then both in the languages and now in the overall main grade. Uh, in the current system, it might be different with the 844, because there's the primary years, the grade 1, and then they go to junior high, then the senior school, then university. So I believe there'll be a bit of adjustment, but because it's in statute on the grading, probably the entry from senior school to the university will be similar, or there'll be a need for amendment depending on the grading system that the current CBC curriculum will be advocating for. I believe from next year is when the first team for junior high school will begin. Then now, then senior high and all that. So we'll see how the education system is changing, even in becoming an advocate. If there'll be a need for changes, then even the statutory amendments will need to be done, so that they reflect what is happening in the current society. Campus, you do 4 years undergraduate. There are a number of universities right now, both public and private universities, and when you're going to the undergraduate, you can either through the government process, now that course, JAV, the CCPS, or you can go through the self-sponsored. Self-sponsored is maybe you didn't get through that's a placement through the government procedure. You can now decide to sponsor yourself. You didn't get that opportunity, or you still want to pursue it, or you have gone another career, uh, like life gave itself an opportunity to pursue something else, but your deep desire was to pursue law. And so maybe you can sign up for an evening class and join in the campus through the self-sponsored mode. Yes, and through the government, you can get the HELB, the Higher Education Loans Board. It offers us assistance, financial assistance, because the legal education is a bit expensive. So and it's on the rise. Also, the cost of living is going up. So the HELB has been very instrumental in assisting a number of students who are not able to afford the legal education to be assisted. Or if you get a sponsor, like a person who is willing to sponsor your education, or an institution, or the bursaries, the CDF, they can be very helpful to assist in your legal education. So after you're done with, that's the highlight about your undergraduate. Also under your undergraduate, you will learn many branches of law. For first year and second year, most of the universities, you learn the basics of the law, the foundation, the things that cut across the board, like the units like civil procedure, contract, criminal law, that you meet them day-to-day life, and like research methodologies, because as a lawyer you need to do a lot of research, and social foundations of law, and such kind of units that cut across the board, like jurisprudence, different philosophical ideologies that surround the legal field. And then now in the third and fourth year, now you go to more specialized branches of law, and that they help to nurture your direction. So, but you learn a number of branches of law. Like in our time, there were over like 40 branches of law from first year to fourth year, because we are doing around 6 units per semester, like 12. So, but some of the units were unit 1 and 2, unit 1 and 2. Then others are main unit. You do it completely in your one semester. So by the end of the time, there could be over 40 branches of law. Specialization, you go through specialization as you get into practice, and as you further your education, you can go through more specialization. As some people ask, are you a commercial lawyer? Are you a criminal lawyer? That one you continue finding out as you practice and as you narrow down in your further studies. Then after your undergraduate, the 4 years, and you can now go to the Kenya School of Law. The Kenya School of Law is the premier bar uh, association. Bar, bar is not bar the one of wines and spirits of drinking. It's bar of lawyers. The team of lawyers, like those the lawyers or the advocates, they when we borrow from the English legal English as in England, from England, legal system. So they are the bar, the ones who sit on this other side. When you're in the courtroom, they are the ones who present the case, so they sit on this other side, so they are the bar. Then the judges and the magistrates who now are listening to the case, they are the bench. So there's the bench and the bar. So when you are being admitted, there's the clip of someone, a parent who received news that the son has been admitted to the bar, and he was very furious, thinking that the son had been so helpless until he was taken to a drinking pub. So that joining to this photo that I was putting here, this day is now being, it's called admission to the bar. When you're taking your oath of office, you say, I, Naghea Daido, I swear that I'll do this and this. So that's the admission to the bar, not being taken to a pub. Yes, others and who say a number of advocates like drinking a lot. Yes, I don't know if it's a borrowed name. We should change that bar thing. Yes, but after undergraduate, you go to the Kenya School of Law, and then the Kenya School of Law, they observe your grading for the undergraduate, the C plus and the B, the B plane for your languages. So it's a debate that is happening for those who take their postgraduate, the diploma or a certificate. They may be certificate diploma, and then if they are to join the campus, and whether they should be admitted to the school, so that now you get admitted to the bar. It's not yet settled, because it has been put in statute, as in law, that those are the grading system, the grades. So it becomes a challenge if someone, you took a longer route, maybe you didn't pass well, so you decided to go to the certificate, the diploma. So it's still under debate if you didn't pass well and you took the certificate or a diploma in legal studies or paralegal studies, if you can join university and then now later join the Kenya School of Law, and then now get admitted. Yes, so I was saying the Kenya School of Law is the premier bar university, like it's the main one, where now it offers the advocates training program, how you be an advocate. In undergraduate, the undergraduate, you have gained your Bachelor of Laws. When you join the Kenya School of Law, it's a postgraduate diploma. You're being trained on how to Now the practicality, they try to make it more practical. If it's drafting some of those documents, if it's presenting cases, we have some skits, some role plays, just to have a feel of how the actual practice in the real life happens. That's the advocates training program. There are 9 units that you go through. It's done through 1 year, the actual classwork. You go through the classwork, then there's group assignment. They call it farms, like a law firm kind of a feel, so that now you're a team of you. You coordinate all the units, do assignments together, and finish. And then there's the oral exams. Oral exams where now you sit in front of a panel, and then you are asked questions. Yeah, it can be, the preparation for the oral exams for me was quite overwhelming, because you can be asked any question from any branch of law, current affairs. So it was, the preparation can take a toll on someone, but it was a good time. The mark you get there cuts across all the 9 units. And then after that, now when you're finishing, there's the the written by exam. So the written by exam is the one which now you hear people talking about. There has been a mass failure. Others get, there's the 9 P's people aim for, so that now you finish all the units first round, you pass all of them, or maybe you can fail 1 or 2 units, 3, then you have to resit, then you pay extra money, or you request for a remark. So that's the bar exam. The bar exam can be heavy. Remember that time I was sitting, it was quite, it was not very easy. The pressure is quite a lot on the student, but we thank God we finished well. I was able to pass at that time, and I was able to be cleared from the school. After the Kenya School of Law, then you go through pupillage. Pupillage, there's the classwork of 1 year, then there's the pupillage. Pupillage is like the official attachment. There's the attachment at undergraduate, where you go through, maybe for us, you're attached to a magistrate to learn also the court system. And then the pupillage, now you work under an advocate, a qualified advocate, or some people work through the Attorney General office, different organizations. So the minimum is 6 months. You can either do 2 institutions, 3, or 6, but some of the law firms, they offer it for a longer period. And so after the 6 months, then now you're able now to be supervised, and now you are ready to be admitted. So sometimes you wait for that year for it to end, where they call it holding over or post pupillage period. Then now you're able to apply to petition the Chief Justice to be admitted. And right now, the Kenya School of Law works with the Council of Legal Education as the regulator of the legal education in Kenya. So the regulator tries to ensure that the education, the nature of the education, the nature of the graduates that are coming from the education system, the legal education system, are well prepared. So they observe issues of the curriculum and all that, so that now we are well prepared for the market, and to offer the services that the Mwananchi has entrusted to us as advocates. Yes, so after finishing KSL, you are cleared from the school, and also with the Council of the Legal Education, and then now you petition. It's called a petition. You petition the Chief Justice, so that for the admission to the bar. So the petition is like the first application you're making before the Chief Justice, the judge. Documentation about your pupillage, that you finished your pupillage, and also the school, the classwork, and you're okay. So you attach all that documentation. Then now it's you file it at the Supreme Court. There's a registry there, and they go through it. Then the team there, the registry team there, then it is given an appointment and a date. So it is done in batches, so you can have your batch when it's cleared, you're gazetted, and the gazette, you get an indication that you're ready for, you're given a date. There's some gazettement that is done through the council. Then now you're done, then you'll be ready to be admitted. So on that day, you can, they call it the wig. And then there's this one here that looks like something for the feeding of children. They call it a bib. And then the main thing that you need also is the shirt, pleated shirt here in front, with the small collars for you to put the bib. That's the main thing that you need for your admission. And then now the gown, yeah, you put on, and then now you do a suit. For advocates, we have to have dark colors, clothes, um, as we appear in court. To be having black, maybe blue, gray, such kind of dark colors. They're not allowed to be so brightly dressed, especially when you're appearing in court. Sometimes the in-house counsel have lighter colors, but when you're generally speaking, you're supposed to have dark colors. Doing my wig, it was not as we needed to hire it when you're about to go for your admission. There are some law firms which hire out the wigs, but you buy your bib, and also you hire your gown. So that's one cost that you get as you get admitted to the bar. And then now your attire for the day. Yes, and the wig was not as I expected. I thought it would be very executive or exotic or very fashionable, but it was very basic, just some furry substance. But it was a good time to give us a good day. But we thank God, the day was a good success. We have a meeting with the Chief Justice, and he asks the different questions right now, because we are many. Like in our team, we were 146 of us. So sometimes the number can be higher or lower. So because we are many, he did like an interview kind of sort as a group. So he'd ask different questions to just get that we are all okay. And we meet him, we discuss, and he gives us a word of encouragement as we join the field, and that it's a trust that we have been given. People have entrusted us with that mandate, so we need to deliver on it. Then that day there's the ceremony. After you're done with the ceremony and the speeches, there's the taking the oath, and then now signing the role of advocate. The role of advocates is like a list of all the advocates in the country. So you sign the role, and now you're now an advocate. Then you're given a certificate of practice to show that you're now an advocate through the Law Society of Kenya. That petition has the LSK is copied, and the different organizations that are related to legal education. So the LSK, now your name appears on the LSK website. The certificate is done through your practicing license. Every year you're supposed to renew it, so that you qualify to practice for the next year. They are what we call CPD, the continuous professional development points. You're supposed to take some training in the course of the year, so that now you get enough points to take your practicing license for the next year. So that is offered through the Law Society of Kenya. The Law Society of Kenya now is the society, the institution that handles all the issues for the private lawyers, for all the advocates. Yes, so that's the journey that you take through now. So after every year, you're supposed to learn, interact, share with you, grow with your, you grow yourself, so that you continuously become better for your field, and your interests continue to narrow down. Thank you to my family, friends, relatives, spiritual leaders who assisted in my becoming the advocate, mentors, lecturers. It's a whole, for you to become one, it's a whole combination of a number of people efforts. Community, society, they are very critical in helping you become the person you are in the different careers. Thank you.